a Sunday night. And I hope you guys hit the like button and stick the thumb up there and subscribe so that I don't pass out. It's Sunday night, so hit the sub button if you're brand new. If not, it's a hangout for a few here on a Sunday night. Feel free to expose yourself in the chat. Oh yeah, you know it. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? Sunday night, little chat. Good to see everybody who is making it in. I know the alert's probably weird. It's a Sunday night. Gonna hang for a little bit. Not long. Not a long stream here probably, but coming off of a weird ass weekend. We found out the other night a couple interesting things. One of them is that a couple days ago we found out, you know, Dorky has a hot daughter, and he also has a fugly daughter, apparently, too. So there's a lot to, I guess you could read into that. He just about killed me on Monetize This with that. I'm worried for the Red Sox this year, to be honest. I mean, I'm worried every year, but I'm really worried this year. I doubt the Sox are going to do very well. Shout out to DWELSH for winning the crown on Monetize This last night, man. That was insane, to be honest. And really pretty good for him because, you know what I realized? I don't think we ever spun the wheel for SITH NEGAN last night. I'm dead serious. I don't remember spinning the wheel for SITH. So tonight we're going to determine, we're going to set that correct. Because we're going to look at what DWELSH had last night. We got so crazy about SITH NEGAN that I don't think we spun for him or whoever he wanted spun for, if I remember last night. But I'm pretty sure we didn't. I just thought of it. Like I was sitting there earlier and I was like, dude, I don't think we ever spun for SITH NEGAN. Hot Topics, what's up? Hot Topics last night started us off with a bomb on Monetize This. It was crazy. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't we didn't spin the wheel. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe we did spin, and I was just too out of it to realize it. But I don't know, bro. I don't remember spinning. I got to be honest. I don't remember spinning. I'm gonna look it up right now and try to figure it out. Oh, you did. I gave you the wheel spin. And you gave it to Rojas. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. I was like, what? I was like, dude, I can't fucking believe this. We forgot to spin for SITH last night. I was thinking about it for like a while, but I haven't looked to go see if that's the case. So okay. All right. Thank God. I mean, I was about to find out by just pulling up the stream from last night just now, but I would have rather do it off air, but I just didn't have the time, and I just started thinking about it as I was sitting here again, and I'm like, all right, let's just pull it up on stream and see what's up. So, let me put up in the poll here. Do you want Punk back in AEW? Yes, no. No, go to WWE, retire. There's the poll right there for Punk. So there's the Punk poll. Say that fast. The Punk poll is there. Dono link, as always, is there. I think I've pinned that to the top of the chat. Rojas, you gave the wheel a spin. That's good, man. Rojas almost won last night. Rojas almost did it. Imagine that. I mean, he ended up coming on eventually, too, because we were joking about how, like, well, he's not even on the show. But you know, Rojas eventually appeared. He eventually showed his face, that was pretty cool. So you know what I think about when I wear this Tupac shirt? First of all, I think about how it was like $5 at Walmart, but I also think about how it's like really old now. It feels old now. This shirt still feels new to me, but let me tell you why I like this shirt so much. I like this shirt so much because when I first moved into this house, I went to Walmart. We didn't have a lot of money left over because we had bought so many, you know, we'd been buying so many things. Well, not so many things, but we'd been buying some stuff for the house. We spent all the money on trying to get into this house, and everything was gone. So I went to Walmart because I didn't have any shirts that were fitting me, and they were like $3. And this was one of those shirts I bought. So that's why someone's like, "You're still wearing that shirt?" I've been wearing it since 2019, man, because it's one of those $3 grabs that I got at Walmart. And so when I see this shirt and a couple other ones, I think like it makes me happy. It makes me think of moving into this place, which was a really, really cool thing. So I don't know. So I forget who said it yesterday about the Tupac shirt, but they were like, dude, that shirt, you've been wearing that for years. Not that long, 2019. So I mean, it's been a bit. What the fuck is going on?
Y'all know about that BLUMPKIN P
What?
Pussy?
What is going on?
Here we go.
Hot topics! Oh my god! Oh, he dropped a super chat!
You got that BLUMPKIN pussy.
Holy
juice.
shit!
That fucking cunt, that fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Bumpkin cunts.
Oh my god, hot topics!
Juice once it's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. BLUMPKIN, fucking cunt, pussy juice.
Hot topics!
That cunt is on the loose, that pussy juice. I want that BLUMPKIN.
Oh my god.
Pussy juice. Nom 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 nom. BLUMPKIN cunt, pussy juice. All I want in the mouth. I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat.
Man,
so
a Sunday night super chat!
Pussy juice. BLUMPKIN
Holy shit, bro. Cheers! H2O. Cheers, H2O. I gotta wake up early in the morning. Hot topics.
I smell it from here, I smell it from there. I eat through your underwear. I nibble it up, I gobble it all. I make your pussy and your panties fall. I wanna withdraw your fucking cunt. Your beaver meat is on my front.
This song is definitely demonetizing this video, I'll tell you that much right there. But it's okay because it's paid for.
Pussy juice. That's all I fucking want from you, yo Blumpkin.
If anybody's getting in here right now, let me know. Are you getting an ad after seeing this?
Oh, your pussy's the size of a goddamn moose. I want it so bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear. I will munch every part of you. 'Cause I want that cunt and Blumpkin juice.
Juice?
Pussy juice. That Blumpkin.
Guys in the chat, if you can, please give it up for Hot Topics. Give him some love in the chat. Hot Topics, you have gone full-on beast mode on a Sunday night, bro. This is crazy. After what happened last night, Hot Topics coming in with a Hundy bomb. Bro, a Hundy bomb. All right, we're skipping work tomorrow. This is the long version, too. The Super Chat one is wicked long. Let's get him up there.
Nom 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 Blumpkin.
I'm back for the attack, baby. Gonna spit facts. I DB champ for 1,000 days if half the title reign. I SAT at home. Also Roman has no in-ring skill. 3 moves of doom. Has trash. MJF real champion. WHO can wrestle. Spit in facts.
Yep. I pretty much agree with a lot of that. I'm back for the attack, baby. Gonna spit facts. We're gonna make a rap out of that. I'm back for the attack. It's Booker T. Thank you so much, man. Half the title reign. Yeah, Roman Reigns will be champ for over 1,000 days. Roman has no in-ring skills, 3 moves. I think he's got, like... I think Roman's okay in the ring for, like... He is that classic WWE style in the ring. But, yeah, he's that John Cena, Hulk Hogan... Rock, Roman Reigns, whatever you want to call it. Like, he is that, like, I don't know, he wrestles that style, man. That Hulk Hogan, like, style. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? He wrestles that type of style. It could be Ho Topics. That's true. It could be Ho Topic. It's Hot Topic. It could be Ho Topic. That's right, because there's only one T. So it's either Hot Topics or it's Ho Topics. Ho Topics? Hot Opics? Could be Hot Opics. Hip Hop Anonymous? It could be either one, to be honest. Could be Ho Topics. That's right, Casey. You got YouTube Premium, then you ain't seeing no ads, no matter what you do. It's a great point. I don't know. Well, Hot Topics, Hot Topic will have to let me know what he wants to be called. But that's a big one. That's a big one, man. But I think Roman's all right. He does what he does, and I get it. It's not my favorite thing to watch. It's all about the story, which is understandable. Man, Saturday Night Live the other night introduced their first non-binary character, which is whatever anyway, virtue signaling enough. But they don't even know that they had Pat. SNL doesn't even know their own history, and they're like, "Oh well, that wasn't a non-binary character. They were an androgynous character." Well, that's what we called non-binary before we started calling things non-binary, you fucking idiots. Man, this was the most cringiest thing I've ever seen on Saturday Night Live, bro. This was so cringy. It was unfucking believable. And, dude, it was supposed to be funny, I think. It was supposed to be funny, and it was like, what the fuck is this? What am I looking at and watching? I don't know what they were doing.
Shit bum.
So weird.
I'm doing arcade games. Any recommendations, Joe?
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean you're doing arcade games? You mean you're, like, doing them? Like you're having sex with arcade games? If that's the case, I'm going for the arcade game with the smallest coin slot. You know what I mean? Or some pinball thing or something like that so I can stick my thing in the hole and let the pinball smash me in the nuts. Unless you're just talking about playing arcade games. Then I'm going for, like, you know, Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, X-Men, you know, Contra maybe, Golden Axe, if you can find one. You know what I mean? I don't know, like what. Yeah, I'm just trying to guess. Like, you want to go real back? I mean, I don't know, Rampage. Defender. Space Invaders. I mean, I feel like you've probably played all of them. You know? But yeah, I you know, the thing about the Turtles games and the X-Men games and those things, those are just kind of like smash them up and you know, smash through people and go. That's it. You know, I like the games where there's like scores or high scores set in. Like, not a lot of them have the high score things. At least I haven't noticed it. Even on my arcade at home, there's no high score. So like for replayability, if you can only afford to get one or two arcades in your home, right? Whether it's the mini arcade that came out a little while ago or the classic original arcades, you're going to go buy a real one. Whatever the case is, you probably don't have a lot of money to do it. I got one for Christmas. My mother, for Christmas, went out and bought me the Ninja Turtles one, which was like $500. And I was like, why did you do, like, what? But she did it. She was like, I'm buying something big, so you better pick something, or you're going to get something maybe you don't like for $500. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'll take that Ninja Turtles arcade game. And I got it. And afterwards, although I love it, and it's sitting right outside my door, and we all play it from time to time and have a fun time as a family, and the kids love playing it. I love playing it. But there's no like high score really on it, and there's no real you know what I mean? So if I could make a recommendation of what you would buy if you want to play something in your home, especially if you have a family and people come over a lot and that sort of thing, I would highly recommend you get a game that's like where people can compete for high scores and times and things like that, because that makes it last so much longer, and then there's so much more to do. So 100%, that's my recommendation. Obviously, do whatever you want, but that's my recommendation. But Casey, as far as, you know, classic arcades, I mean, I don't know. I mean, WrestleFest. Street Fighter would be fun, but you know, you really got to have someone always over to play that with. You know, you can't just, you know, you can't just fucking like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play Street Fighter all day against, you know, or maybe a racing game. Defender would be good. I think I mentioned Defender. Contra. Do they have Contra? Do they have Contra? Let me see. Let me see if Contra's out there for you. Let's see if we can find a video on this. Let's see. Top 10 arcade games of all time. Let's see. Let's check this out. Let's check this out, brother.
Get ready to unload your quarters. All of them. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're concluding our series on the top 10 arcade games per decade with the top 10 arcade games of all time.
All right, top 10. Top 10 arcade games of all time. That's, I mean, we're going back, aren't we, at that point?
As far back as the 1970s to today, we've compiled the best of the best games you could play.
Oh, dude, Bubble Bobble, is that, I didn't even know that was, dude, I didn't know Bubble Bobble was even in the arcade. I don't even remember playing it in the arcade. I mean, I remember playing the hell out of it on Nintendo. I had no idea Bubble Bobble was in the arcade. Maybe, did I just forget that? I mean, maybe because I know I've played it a million times. God damn, do I love Bubble Bobble, man. That's one of my favorite games ever. Seriously. Top 20 games all time, Bubble Bobble's on there. I think Toe Jam and Earl's on there, too. We should start compiling my top 20 games of all time. And now these are just my personal loves. Like, it's not that I think these are the best games ever made, whatever. It's just that my personal love of video games. Let me get a notepad over here. Because, like, listen, there's a lot of great games that I played briefly that are, like, amazing games and whatever. But, like, I'm talking about my personal favorite of all time. I would say Bubble Bobble is on there. Bubble Bobble is on there. I think Toe Jam and Earl is on there. Toe Jam and Earl is on there. Bubble Bobble. Sonic's on there. Mario Brothers is on there. Halo's on there. Diablo 2, 3, they're on there. PUBG is on there. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I mean, we'll just put them all there. I mean, they're all there. Metal Gear Solid 2 is one of my favorite of all times. My other favorite is, what do we got? San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto. And we'll think about some other ones. There's other ones. Command and Conquer. 2, Red Alert. That's probably my favorite one. If I have to pick one of them, I'll go Command and Conquer 2, Red Alert. What else? Oh, well, anyway, let's get back to the video. See, this is what ADD is like. This is what you're sitting here watching a video about to react to the best arcade games ever or whatever, and then you start coming up with your own list of best video games. It's fucking bizarre.
In the arcade. If you don't see a game you thought should be on here, check back on our previous
Mortal
lists in
Kombat.
the
There's
series
The
to see if it
Simpsons.
made it there.
I'd go Simpsons.
Number 10, Galaga.
Yeah.
A sequel to the successful 1979 game Galaxian, Galaga introduced a few new features to the well-established formula.
See, this Galaga is a game that would be great to have in your house because you could literally compete with your entire family for high scores and things like that. This would be worth, like, the replayability of this would be great.
Number 9, Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. Star Wars is no stranger to the arcade scene.
Wow, I do
Even
remember
with the
this.
first arcade game going as far back as a pioneer in 3D gaming.
That is strong, getn.
Trilogy Arcade, though, is the game that capped off the 90s in style and is considered one of the decade's best. It's a
Wow,
rail
I remember that. I would have never picked this. I would have never thought of this. But, oh my God, I remember playing this only a few times, though. I swear to God, I only played this a few times, and it was amazing, and I forgot about it. That's how I don't even think most places that I had been to had this.
shooter in which the player reenacts major scenes and battles.
That's weird.
Number 8, Frogger.
That makes sense.
George Costanza may not have been able to accomplish a real-life version.
Listen,
of the game
I
in New
like
York streets.
Frogger, but like I wouldn't put it on my top 10. I like
Still
Frogger
to its
though,
day in
but
various ports and remakes, Frogger will always be a
I ain't
video
putting
game
that on my top 10 though. Even though I like Frogger, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things I'm not doing. Oh my God.
Number 7, Asteroids. One of video games' most popular titles, Asteroids was a true pop culture phenomenon. Using hardware previously seen in Lunar Lander, the object of the game was to control your spaceship and shoot oncoming asteroids.
Dude, this game, I mean, listen, these are a little bit even further back for some
while
of
trying to
us.
avoid the resulting debris. The game was immensely popular upon release, earning arcade operators roughly $500 million.
Damn.
Someone had to install larger coin boxes in order to accommodate the game's demand.
Larger coin boxes, bro.
Even with its simplistic graphics, Asteroids is a timeless classic.
No doubt.
Number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I can totally see Asteroids being on there, for sure. That's definitely a must-have. And we all know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, this game has to be on here. For the older kids in the 90s, the younger generation, the last generation of the arcades, the 90s people like me. Well, I'm 80s, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the people a little bit older than me would appreciate Asteroids more. And the people around my age and younger, obviously, like, were more playing the Ninja Turtles type of stuff. But most of us were playing all of it, though, to be honest. But you know what I'm saying. Because, like I said, Turtles was an amazing arcade game, but, like, it was really, really cool in the arcade. And it was better in the arcade than it is now. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Turtles in Time.
Oh, this is Turtles in
This
Time,
badass
too.
beat-em-up
This
game
ain't
based
even
on
the
popular
one I
80s
would have.
cartoon series came to us when Konami was still cool. Yep, we are still harping on that joke. The game allowed up to 4 players to control the popular turtles as they beat up enemies across New York and other various memorable settings set throughout
What
time.
else they got? Oh my
In more
God,
recent years,
Dance
you'd be
Dance
hard-pressed to find an
Revolution.
arcade that doesn't still have a DDR machine.
You know what? Dance Dance Revolution is really an arcade that came out in the 2000s, right? When did it come out? 2000s? 1999. Yeah, so 2000, 1999. So honestly, to be honest, it's kind of amazing. That's a game that did cover the like the later years. You wouldn't have thought there'd be an arcade game on the list from that. You know what I mean? You don't think arcade in the year 2000s.
Dance Dance
But
Revolution.
no, listen, I don't like Dance Dance Revolution myself, but it's great in Grandma's boy, you know.
Number 4, Space Invaders. Space Invaders almost single-handedly launched
Space Invaders, 100%, bro. I fucking love Space Invaders. And I'll never forget, I got to play Space Invaders on my father's 1980-something Tandy 1000 computer, and I absolutely loved it, but I also loved it in the arcade too. But I couldn't believe that we had it on a floppy disk drive computer at home. Like, when I found out that we had Space Invaders on the floppy disk drive pile of games to play, and I was able to play Space Invaders at home, it blew my mind in, like, 1988 or something like that. It was unbelievable to me. I thought it was crazy. It was probably that same year we got Mario on the Nintendo, too, though, so then it
the
wasn't.
video game industry from a niche entertainment.
What
Invaders
an
helped secure
amazing
video
game,
gaming
bro.
as a global industry and
I
changed the world
love
forever.
the original Space Invaders. The
Number
one
4,
I played
Donkey
was all
Kong.
green, though. I'm not a fan of Donkey Kong. Never liked Donkey Kong, but I understand why it's on the list. Street Fighter makes sense.
All in all, Street Fighter revolutionized the fighting game genre and redefined the arcade scene as we know it.
Yeah, you gotta have Street Fighter on there. I get it. Dude, Daytona USA is on this, but it's like, bro, Daytona was just in. It was in every place. Every place had Daytona, for whatever reason. I mean, it was like, I don't know, like, it was something that you played for some reason. You had to play it, but after a few minutes, you're like, this sucks. I mean, that's how I felt. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it was awesome. But I always thought Daytona USA was like fun for a minute, and then you're like, all right, let me go play a real game. It was so hard to steer. You know what I mean? Dude, The Simpsons was the shit. The Simpsons was the shit. Pac-Man's got to be like one of the top dogs. I don't know, though. So there you go. There's some more idea, Casey. I mean, you should know them all. You know the deal, Casey is raw. But they're all, they're all good. Thanks to Ho Topics coming in hot with the $100 to start the stream. That would get me a lot of quarters to play some arcades. Let me jump over to the chat and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Spy Hunter, Eddie Chaos. That's a great one. I would love to play Spy Hunter. Give me that Spy Hunter theme. Do we have that? Where's that? Give me that right now, bro. Give me that Spy Hunter theme. Oh, my God. Please give it to me. Oh, that's pretty good. But, no, give me the... You got another one? No. No. Give me the... I don't know, bro. I want the real... Like, give me a fucking... I want, like, a really good cover. You know? Like, a real good, like, cover of it. I want, like, a cover, though. Does no one cover the Spy Hunter theme in a good way? I don't see one. Oh, man, I don't see a good one. It's pretty good. There we go. That was pretty good. Oh, is this one? Oh, I had the speed still turned up high on YouTube. No wonder everything sounded ridiculous. That's pretty good, like a full band covering it. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go.
Roger that. Okay, let's go.
You talk about music. You know, unfortunately, it's hard to talk about music on YouTube because music is so copywritten on YouTube that it becomes a problem. But I'm trying to think of, like, my favorite composers of movies, and it's like Hans Zimmer. Who was it? Hans Zimmer, Jerry Goldsmith, and oh my God, composers. It's Hans Zimmer, Jerry Goldsmith, and oh my God, 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 John Williams. John Williams. What is wrong with me? John Williams, James Horner, I mean, obviously Danny Elfman is really good and creative and stuff like that. I just don't love his theme. His themes are more silly to me, and so I like him and he's good, but it's more of a silly vibe from Danny Elfman a lot of times, kind of, you know. But I like him, you know, Simpsons and all that other stuff. But those would be my favorite four composers. Hans Zimmer, Jerry Goldsmith, John Williams, and James Horner probably would be my favorite. Triple Mania just ended. God damn, man. But yeah, Hans Zimmer is my favorite. That is my favorite. And the thing that drives me nuts about Hans Zimmer is Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack for The Rock, as we all know, right? You guys all know how much I love the movie The Rock. It's so stupid, but I love it. But what drives me nuts is Hans Zimmer also did that score for The Rock, but he doesn't have credit for it, really. It's not on his Spotify. It's not on his, he never plays it live, ever. He never plays it live. And some people say, well, Joe, that's because Hans Zimmer, you know, he like collaborated with somebody else on it, so he doesn't have like the rights to it or something. But it makes no goddamn sense because he has the rights to Crimson Tide. The entire Crimson Tide soundtrack sounds just like The Rock. It sounds like The Rock version 2. He basically did the same similar style for the movie The Crimson Tide that he did on the movie The Rock. But why is Crimson Tide, he's allowed to play the songs from Crimson Tide everywhere. But The Rock, he never talks about it. Never talks about it, never plays it, nothing. It's almost like he didn't do it. But I know it's him, and he's on the album, it says Hans Zimmer. So, Hans with his S, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm retarded. I know, I'm sorry. I'm fucking stupid. But I can't, I'm typing fast and I can't spell. Fucking German, goddamn German bastard Hans Zimmer. But so I don't understand why Hans Zimmer is not allowed to do anything from The Rock. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, bro, listen to The Rock. Like, why can't Hans Zimmer play the stuff from The Rock? It's so good. It's so goddamn good. Listen to this. I mean, then listen to, like, Crimson Tide. First of all, listen. Listen to those pulsating synths. Boom, 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 boom. It's this, like, this is The Rock. I'm playing The Rock right now. But then we'll play Crimson Tide, and you'll see it's like the same thing. But why is he...
We plan the spot all day.
What the hell?
I want you to jam it in.
What the hell? DWELSH!
Oh, it's in your bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle.
This is the world of relevancy of Welsh. Acknowledge me, assholes.
Oh my God, bro. DWELSH is here! How have the funds not run out for DWELSH? It never ends for DWELSH! Holy shit, DWELSH. DWELSH comes in and he knocks Hot Topics down a rung. Oh my God, DWELSH. What the fuck, bro? DWELSH, what's up, man? How you doing on this Sunday night? Who would think on a short Sunday night stream that Welsh would come in popping? We got to put him up there. DWELSH, Top Dono, eclipsing Hot Topics, man. What up, Welsh? Jesus. It has begun. Don't get me started on Mortal Kombat. The fate of billions rests on your shoulders. Sorry. It's the greatest line ever in that Mortal Kombat movie. But no, seriously. We got to get back to the Hans Zimmer thing. But Welsh dropping an Omega bomb on Sunday night. Let's get back to it real quick. We'll get back to Welsh in a second, too. DWELSH, thank you, bro. Welsh, what's up, bro? Fist pump, you fuck. Boom. So this is The Rock, right? Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-da. It's going to kick in, you know. Oh, it's just beautiful. And then when it kicks in, you know, oh. So you get the idea. That's clearly Hans Zimmer, right? But he's not allowed to play it. He's not allowed to play it. He doesn't play it anywhere. It's not on nothing. He's not credited anywhere else besides on the album, but like nowhere is he allowed to play it. He's not on his Spotify, nothing. But then after The Rock, he also did Crimson Tide. Right? He does Crimson Tide, and Crimson Tide he's allowed to play. And he has it on Spotify, and it's everywhere else. Why is that? Listen to Crimson Tide. There's the beginning, the synthesizers, the darkness. You can almost hear it's basically the brother or sister of the Rock soundtrack. It's almost similar music. So similar. I absolutely love it. I love this soundtrack as well, but one of them is not allowed to be played by Hans Zimmer. And that, for whatever reason, is The Rock. Probably got a copyright for that, but I really love, yeah. And yeah, Nicolas Cage makes The Rock. If Nicolas Cage ain't in The Rock, it don't work. And if Sean Connery isn't in The Rock, it probably doesn't work. The two of them in that movie are just... And by the way, Ed Harris is really good, too. Like, Ed Harris is fucking great in that movie. They're all great. It's a weird thing. Wow, what Welsh... Welsh and DWELSH going at it in the chat. Welsh and SITH going at it. He must be a millionaire, says Jeffro DeBoss. Jeffro, how you doing, man? All I know is I really appreciate, man. You guys have really funded the show. Without you guys, I mean, I don't know what we would do, but this is some real good, real unbelievable support. You got to give it up for DWELSH, man. You got to give it up for DWELSH. He's been killing it all week. But yeah, so I just fucking, oh yeah, fuck that guy. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, fuck him. He's ridiculous. Weird fuck. I'm live. I'll shit on him. I'm live on my main channel. I'll shit on him. But seriously, yeah, Steve Shives is an idiot. But for the people that don't know, he's a scumbag. Nobody knows what we're talking about, but he is. Yeah, so we'll go through the composers of the people. I just happen to love these ones. When we bring up certain composers. SITH NEGAN is what? SITH NEGAN has the ultimate wallet. Yeah, he does. Last night was crazy, bro. Last night was crazy. I did not expect the type of support last night that we got. Guys, hit the like button if you can. SITH and Welsh are just gonna go at it, bro. Well, right now Welsh is sitting on the top of things as we speak. So I'll give him some credit, bro. I'll give him some credit. Should I make fun of this guy? God, I hate Steve. The fuck? Oh, man. I am so pumped up for Picard on Thursday. You guys have no goddamn idea, bro. You have no goddamn idea. I guarantee that's going to be a hell of a good time compared to Monday Night Raw on Monday. Let me tell you that. Are you not going at it, Sith? I thought you guys were fighting. Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't reading everything. I wasn't reading everything in the chat, but feel free to let me know. That Steve guy Joe is talking about is Star Trek nerd, more of a Star Trek fanboy. Oh, Luke, he's talking shit? Steve Shives is talking shit? Does he suck or what, bro? What's wrong with him? What's his problem? Hey, Luke, stick around. You're going to like something. Luke, stick around. I'm going to play something for you, Luke. I'm going to play something for you, Luke. You're going to love it. It's got to do with Steve, actually. You're going to like this. It's so funny. It's so weird that, like, you guys, oh, my God, it's so weird that you're here saying that because I made something the other day about him. That's so fucking weird, dude, that you're mentioning him and so isn't somebody else. I don't want to mention the other person who's talking to me about him, but I will. I'll just tell you that somebody else is literally talking about him as well. That is so weird that the two of you guys are bringing him up. Where is the video I made about him? Oh my God, bro. I gotta find it. Holy shit. Where is it? Shit, I don't know where it is. Fuck. I gotta find it, dude. I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh, Rojas. You're gonna laugh, Rojas, when I find this, bro. Are you here, Rojas? Let me know you're still here, bro. I don't want you to be gone. I don't want you to miss out on it. I appreciate it, bro. How you doing? Oh, man, I have this, where is it? Fuck.
Please don't do it to me, Terry. I don't want to see that scary side. Please don't do it to me, Terry.
God damn it.
In Picard Season 3. Oh, please, God, nobody hang themselves. Oh, my God, nobody kills themselves. Guess what? Nobody hung themselves.
That's not it.
Listen, I'll make him a deal, man. I will.
Do you guys think AEW will be worse than Raw? Or do you think Raw will be worse? It's not. No, it's not a song, Rojas. It's not a song.
I don't want to hang themselves. I don't want anyone to hang themselves.
But it's not a song, Rojas. I can't find it, though, but whatever. We'll figure it out later. I don't know, bro. Joe wearing a Tupac shirt. What up, Jedi Knight? How you doing? Yeah, I told the story about this shirt from when I moved into this house. When I moved into this house, I bought this shirt because it was like $3 at Walmart, along with a bunch of other shirts. So I actually got three Tupac shirts. So it's not just this one. How you doing, my friend? Let me share it out. Luke, how you doing, bro? I see you in there. I'll come in there in a minute, Luke. I'll be right there. You want to make fun of Steve? You want to do it? Joe gets his shirts from the ghetto. Yeah. You know what? I do. I get my shirts from the ghetto. What stupid, what the fuck is this? What dumb shit did he say? It's like I have so many DMs going on with people, and most of them are my fault. But Joe gets a shirt from the ghetto. Mastodon says that's the case. He needs to top 101 first. Who's that? Hot Topics. Hot Topics dropped $100, man. That's crazy. Cronin nipple slip. You want me to have a nipple slip, dude? I'll do it. Cronin is crap? Lance Dominguez? What the hell, bro? I hate myself now. God damn it. I only just learned about the Steve guy, but I'm sure you are him apart, which is always hilarious. Yeah, I shit on him. Yeah. He's a real big SJW too, that guy, Steve. That guy Steve's a super SJW dude. He's a psycho. He like went after me once, like a long time ago, like 6 months ago, for like nothing. It was, I mean, he didn't go after me, but I mean, he said stupid shit that was like, he was trying to like rally. It was just like, dude, you're a sick person, bro. That guy's a weird dude. That guy would sell his mother for an for like $1. You know? That guy would sell his mother for like 1,000 views on Instagram or something. He's a weird fuck. Like, it's not even. I would never want to, like, he just hates people and hates shit. He's a weird dude. That's all you gotta know. But we'll see. I might talk about it, maybe not. I don't know. I'm still trying to find the video that I was looking for. Maybe I put it in my temp folder. Make sure you guys vote on the poll too, because I'm gonna look at the poll in a second. No, I don't see it in my temporary folder, so I don't know what I did with it, but I made it. I know I sent it to somebody on Twitter. I don't know. I know that Dork Knight last night was hilarious, dude, mentioning that his daughter was ugly. That guy, Dork Knight, is now called one of his daughters, like, attractive, which is weird. And then he's called his other daughter ugly and a football linebacker. Like I don't know, bro. I mean, that guy is way more savage than I thought. I don't think I would ever want to be like, yo, my daughter is like, whoa, you know. I wouldn't do that. But then I wouldn't also say one of my daughters is a dog. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That guy is hilarious. That guy is now, like, high up on my list of funny. Nick Aldis showed up at Rebellion and said he is signed with Impact Wrestling. Wow. I hate Nick Aldis because he blocked me for no reason. I don't even know why Nick Aldis blocked me, so I hate him. I just, like, out of necessity, I hate him. And I don't really hate him. But it's like, I hate him because, like, I feel like I should have to. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like I'm supposed to hate Nick Aldis because he blocked me. And I've said nothing but good things about him, and I'm pretty sure I said good things about Mickey James too. So I don't know. Maybe I was tagged in something and he was like, "Fuck this guy," but I barely ever talked to him ever. So I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what it is. But yeah, he's crazy. Comps on? I don't know what that is. Neil, I don't know what that is, bro. I remember when she used to bring Cena. What? Dork Knight thinks he's a better person than he actually is, says Luke Rojas. Yeah, he's a weird guy. Yeah, DWELSH, you held your own last night. I mean, listen, in the end, SITH NEGAN dropped a mega bomb, which you can't, how are you going to compete against that, I get it. It's hard to compete against SITH NEGAN's mega bombs. But tonight, you're ruling it. Tonight, you're killing it. So you can be happy about what's going on tonight. Why not? Why not be happy about it? Where's the fucking video, man? Hell yeah, I still friends with Mickey, her brother Ben and sister. Okay, James Jones, what's up? Yeah, I like Mickey. I've always liked Mickey James. So I don't know why Nick Aldis blocked me, but it could just be an accident. But I'm still gonna be like butthurt over it. You know what I mean? If I know what I did, I don't mind. Like if somebody's like, yeah, it's because you did this or that or whatever, then it's like, okay. But if I don't know what I did, it's like, what? It drives me nuts. I'm gonna try to. Oh, I found it. Allison Tuckwab's here. Yeah, am I doing Friday Night SmackDown? Yeah. Of course I am. I'm going to play it in a minute. I'm going to play the video on Steve in a minute, Luke Rojas, just to give you an idea of what it is. Luke Rojas, just to give you an idea of what the video is, here's a little teaser of it. Rojas, you'll enjoy it. Check this out.
Steve, it's great to have you here today. I understand that, you want to do your own cosplay and, quite honestly, you didn't even wear the right uniform today. But, we'll let that slide for now, I suppose.
I'm a Starfleet officer, and I'm an attorney.
Well, I don't believe you, but it's good to have you here nonetheless. What the fuck was that? Tell me, so Steve, when you found out that you were in the minority of people that didn't really like Star Trek Picard Season 3, were you nervous about that?
I was so nervous.
Yeah, so I thought so. I thought you would be. Now,
play the rest of it in a minute. Luke Rojas, stand by. That's coming in a second for you. It gets better, trust me. But yeah, Steve is not a fan of the new Trek right now. He's not a fan of it. And he's kind of a fucking cunt. He's a SJW. He's an SJW weirdo who said he called me a scumbag Trump supporter. Which, what I said doesn't tell you if I am a Trump supporter or not a Trump supporter. What I said doesn't even tell you that. But he just immediately was like, you're a Trump supporter, scumbag. And I don't care for you at all. And I hope people like you are dead. And it was like, what? First of all, that doesn't even mean anything. And second of all, why would you want everybody dead? What the fuck's wrong with you? So, he's a fucking weird person. And so, I made a little a treat for him. You know what I mean? Yo, Allison, what's up, Allison? Hey, Allison, you party whenever you want, Allison. You party with us whenever you want. I'll play the whole video in a minute. I just got to grab it. You play the whole thing whenever you want. I don't know either. He brought him up. I didn't bring him up. I was talking about something about Star Trek and how the agendas are too much sometimes and whatever. And somebody else was saying something and they were fighting with each other. And then I made some comment. And then somebody was just like, "Oh, you're a fucking." It was like, what? How do you even know that? I'm not. I didn't even vote. I didn't vote for him. It's crazy. I don't know what. I have no idea. It was very bizarre. I was like, bro, I don't know what led you to believe this. Not that, but I almost wanted to say you're right, I am, because just to make him angrier, but the fact that he thought that, it was even more better to say, no, I didn't vote for him. I'm just but you clearly are obsessed with him since you're calling me one when I didn't even vote for him. I don't have a hat. I don't have any merchandise. I didn't vote for him. But you're sitting here calling me all these names and things, so you obviously have some kind of weird sexual fetish about Orange Man, and so that's why you're calling me names. Really? Damn, DJ Scandalous. Holy fuck, bro. Last week's episode with, wow, bro, with Data, wow, you're really fucking, I mean, that's some, bro, that's the best episode of all time? Holy shit, bro. You are loving Picard. You are absolutely loving Picard, bro. Holy shit. That's a hell of a statement. That's a fucking crazy statement. I mean, dude, that's an endorsement. How could you possibly support a guy half the country did? Yeah, I don't know. And I didn't, but it's I truly hope episode 10 and series finale of Picard ends up being the best and highest rated episode. I think maybe it could be. It could be, Sith. Dude, I hope so. It's been great. It gets better for whatever reason. The people that still don't like it, I'm confused. Quite honestly. Yeah, if people aren't watching it, I mean, there's so many people, somebody the other day was like, oh, spoilers or whatever. I'm like, dude, you better watch it. I got spoiled on The Mandalorian because I wasn't watching The Mandalorian in real time. If you guys remember that, I was not watching The Mandalorian. I got spoiled on that episode, season 2 ending with the big, reveal of the deep fake of Lukey boy at the end. And, I wasn't mad because I knew that I wasn't watching it at the time, and I just was like, okay, I got spoiled on it, but I wasn't mad because if I was that into it and obsessed that I had to see it, I would have been watching it. So I would have been like, I've got to see it so I don't get spoiled. I've got to watch it. I've got to stay off Twitter and everywhere else and whatever else. You know what I mean? I think that I was prepared for that, so I was like, whatever. And so I finally watched all of season 2 of The Mandalorian. But what I noticed is, what the fuck was I trying to say? I just fucking blanked out. I got 7 people DMing me on Twitter. Is this what other people feel like when I harass them on Twitter? But no, Billy, thanks for your DM, bro. Just type in the chat right here. You're right here, right now. What the fuck's the difference? But no. I think that, so I was, obviously I was like, oh man, that would have been fun if I had seen that live and I didn't know that happened or whatever. But I was like, okay. So I knew that was going to happen in Mandalorian season 2. It didn't bother me that I found it out. I watched it the other day, and it was kind of exciting. I think that the voice didn't quite match up with the lips or whatever. The voice didn't quite match up with the lips 100%, but it looked great. It looked really fucking good. What they did with him, what they did in the idea was great. Be funny. But I'm glad Rojas is here because Rojas loves Star Trek Picard at this point. And Rojas is a new fan. Right, Rojas? I mean, you're young, bro. You're 20-something. What am I almost? I'm 39 years old almost. You know what I mean? You're younger. You're 19, 20, whatever you are, Rojas. And here's the thing. What I noticed is some of the younger people watching this stuff like it, but there's just not as many getting into it. You know what I mean? And dude, Star Wars has always been like that it sort of crosses over more to the mainstream people, where Star Trek is more niche, which is fine, but it's honestly always been like that to me. And it wasn't until I would say like it really felt like it, at some point in the 80s there was a little bit more mainstream with the movies, of the TOS movies, and then in the early 90s when TNG was in its 7th season, it seemed to cross over into the mainstream again. And then it became more popular. But yeah, Star Wars has always been more like mainstream or whatever. The best show is Lost. Well, that's a J.J. Abrams thing, so, Poor J.J., he can start something, but man, when it comes to finishing, it's a mess. If J.J. Abrams could get a hold of better writers, I think he would have crushed it, I think, with a lot of things he did. But because J.J. Abrams has unfortunately suffered from other people not being able to write better stuff that he started, and if he could write himself. But when JJ's in control of stuff overall, for the most part, he seems to put together a decent enough 7 out of 10 situation. But finishing it, I don't know, man. It never comes off the best to me when he's finishing stuff or when he hands it off to somebody for whatever reason. He needs, help with that or something like that. I don't know. Yo, Allison, how you doing? It's great to have you in here. SITH Negan says Mandalorian Season 3 has been more drama talking than action-packed, unfortunately. I guess so. Looking at the poll, do you want CM Punk back in AEW? Let's see what you guys are saying. You got 209 votes right now, so... do you want Punk back in the AEW? Yes, 55% of you. So just a little more than half of you guys want Punk back in AEW. And only 11% of you want him to go back to WWE. That's crazy. And 17% of you want him to retire. 17% of you don't want him there. So... But, I mean, overall, it seems like people really do want Punk to come back. So you're gonna get it if you want, I guess. DWELSH, thank you for the $100 donation. We'll see. I'm shocked that $100 even came in. Shout out to Hot Topics or Ho Topics, whatever way you want to call them, I guess, for dropping $100 before that. The donation link is up and it's on and it's ready to go. Appreciate that. The Villain says JJ did the 2009 Star Trek movies. Yes. Yeah, Villain. 2009 I thought was... Well, it was all right. I thought they were okay. My wife likes them too, which is weird. I wouldn't think that she would. I'm like, you like them? They're more action-y. But she does like them. So, George Lucas made 3 terrible prequels and then sold his creation for $4 billion, and now prequel fanboys act as if he was screwed over. I don't know. I also think that those prequels get more love now than they did back then. You know what? The prequels kind of remind me of, the Star Wars prequels remind me of Star Trek Enterprise. I think Star Trek Enterprise gets a little bit more love like years after it was on the air. And I think the same thing kind of with the Star Wars prequels. Star Wars, those prequels reminded me of Star Trek a little bit. I mean, they had problems, but they were all about like the Senate and the political atmosphere and playing these political games and the evil guy rising up at the end. And it just had a lot of politics and dialogue that was more similar to Star Trek in many ways, to me. in those Star Wars prequels. And then like Star Trek 2009 felt like it was more like a Star Wars movie. So I thought that was really funny how they kind of switched and flip-flopped. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull or whatever, I liked that idea. And I actually liked the movie originally when I saw it, kind of. But I sort of was like, what the hell? It's the same thing I felt about Die Hard. Remember when they launched, when they brought out Die Hard? What's the one with the guy who did the Apple computer commercials? Remember that guy? He was the sidekick. I thought he did a great job with Bruce Willis. I thought they were really fun. I thought they were great. And I think one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they go to Kevin Smith's house or whatever, and he's like the hacker guy or whatever it is. That was fun. I don't know. What was it? A Good Day to Die Hard? Is that what it was? I don't remember. I think it was A Good Day to Die Hard, because that movie was a PG-13 rating, just like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was also like a PG-13 rating. So it's like you're seeing the classic movie Indiana Jones, but now the rating is dropped to a PG-13, and you're seeing Die Hard, but the rating is dropped to a PG-13, and those two movies suffered in a similar way for being sort of more easygoing or whatever, soft compared to what they were supposed to be. I mean, if anything, usually you ramp it up, right? Like, okay, in the first Die Hard, we had this much blood and this much craziness, so we got to ramp it up a bit. Or at least the story and everything is so strong and good, and the dialogue and the script, so that, like, you can at least be trying to be on the level of the originals. But instead what happens is you take a step back, and those movies suffered from some of the ideas, some of the shots, the writing, and then on top of that, the grit that the first three Indiana Jones movies had. It didn't have that grit in the fourth movie, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It looked all pretty and glossy. I mean, the death count was way down. I mean, there's so many things. It had a hedgehog or something at the beginning of it, and he's in a refrigerator. I mean, dude, it was like Indiana Jones, the cartoon for Saturday mornings for the kids, since they couldn't see the R-rated movie. And same thing with Die Hard. It was just cleaned up a bit. But I liked the Die Hard movie as well, and I sort of liked at the time Kingdom of the Crystal Skull a little bit, but it was like, it just didn't feel right, and it got really ridiculous. Like, I mean, that movie, like, I don't know, bro. That movie got weird. And I think Spielberg was kind of kicked to the curb a little bit by George Lucas. And I think that if I remember right, I could be remembering this wrong, but it felt like George Lucas took over most of it. So it was like George Lucas 60%, Steven Spielberg 40%. And I think if it had been Steven Spielberg 60% and George Lucas 40%, it would have been better. I don't know, but maybe I'm misremembering stuff about that. Anyway, let's play this Steve. What did fucking Steve say? This guy's weird. This guy called me a Trump-supporting scumbag. He said I shouldn't watch Star Trek because I'm a Trump supporter. I should die. But I didn't vote for Trump. I never said anything about Trump. This guy just randomly painted me as a Trump supporter and then I should die. And by the way, why do you think that people should die? Who are all? I don't think anybody should die. Biden and Trump supporters should die just because their political opinions and whatever, and as bad as they could be, whatever they are. I don't want you to die, unless you're like a really shitty person that has like tortured children or something. I don't really want you to die, but he does. Steve wants you to die, but he claims that he loves Star Trek. Yet he is so not Star Trek, it's almost unbelievable. Now, I love Star Trek, but I'm not afraid to say that I'm fucking weird and whacked out and whatever. But I also don't think a whole bunch of people should die from one party or the other party. I don't think all the left-wing people should die. I don't think all the right-wing people should die. I don't think all whatever. But this guy has a weird problem. I don't know. I don't know what his thing is. He's got a weird thing. And he made a video where he talks about conservatives. Why do conservatives like Star Trek? And it's like the guy just basically paints conservatives as weird warlike people who like the chain of command. And that's just weird because I've always liked that part of Star Trek, but I've never voted conservatively, really. I don't think I've really ever. So why are you painting? Like, you just want so bad to paint us and them. That's what he wants to do. You want to paint us and them. Everybody over here bad. We're good over here. Why do conservative people like the show?
Learned about them. That group is conservatives, and that fan community is, of course...
By the way, nowadays, this guy would have called Gene Roddenberry like a Nazi. Just so you know. They pretend like they wouldn't. You would... This guy... people like these type of Star Trek fans, you would literally call like all the original people terrible Nazi people. There's already people even here. Picard season 3 has been really good and so good that people almost can't deny it. But there has been a few of those people who are like, "Oh, it seems like we're back to the whatever," because it doesn't have all the goofiness of the whatever agenda stuff. By the way, look at his face right here when I pause him. Look at this. Fucking loser. By the way, this guy's a wrestling fan too, I found out, because he makes wrestling comments in his videos all the time. Steve, anytime, bro. Step up to the plate, Steve. Anytime you want to dance, bro, I will shit on all your videos. You are like Doomcock if he was a retard, all right, bro? Let's go. I'm not afraid of you, Stevie boy. Anytime you want to play, brother. You want to divide the audience up into one side or the other, I love it.
The Star Trek fan community. For those of you who are as naive as I used to be, yes, there are conservatives who love Star Trek. A lot of them. How many? How large a percentage of the overall fan base are they?
Probably half. Probably half the fan base. And probably a lot of the fan base is somewhat in the middle, independent. Because I think Star Trek actually lends itself more to a independent type of vibe, because it's more like about being open to other people's suggestions and being open to new ideas. The whole point of Star Trek is to be that way. I want to be open to your ideas. Oh, you're non-binary something? That's interesting. I don't know about that, but that's interesting. You feel, what way do you feel, and how do you do? Oh, okay. Well, I don't really believe in that, and I don't really do that, but that's interesting, and I've never heard of that. Let me learn some things about that. But if you're somebody who's like, you will do this or we'll kill you, that's not very Star Trek. You know what I mean? And you find that on both extremes. So more of the middle of the road, to me, is something that aligns more with Star Trek, because you're openly empathetic to other people who disagree with you. In fact, you may even be more interested in engaging with people who disagree with you than with people who agree with you. So his scared reaction that you're going to see is very interesting, because if you're someone who loves that idea of the utopian Star Trek, you would be more open to other people. I'm certainly open to saying something and being corrected and being wrong. I've done it how many times I can't even count, that I've said something and someone had said, well, what about, you didn't think about this, that, and the other thing? And then I went, you're right. I didn't think about that. And I either change my mind or I say, I still believe this, but I understand that now. Or whatever, you know what I mean?
Hey, I don't know, but I run into them often enough that I sometimes
Oh my God, you run into the scary conservative Star Trek fans. Oh my God. So scary. By the way, this guy obviously loves division and loves tribalism.
Myself wondering, what do conservatives actually like about Star Trek? First, let me clear something up. A second ago, I was talking about how every fandom has its assholes, and then I transitioned straight into conservative Star Trek fans. That may have given some of you the impression that I was trying to imply that conservatives are, by definition, assholes. So, if you are a conservative and you thought that's what I was doing just now, let me assure you, I'm not saying that being a conservative automatically means that you are an asshole. I'm saying it means you think like an asshole. I'm saying it means you hold certain opinions which could lead other people, judging your character on the basis of those opinions, to conclude that you're an asshole. But it doesn't mean you are one necessarily. I cannot wait for the comments on this one. Oh, your bias is so blatant. I expected you to be more impartial. But like, why? As delightful as it would be, and as richly as they deserve it, I'm not going to spend the rest of this video insulting conservatives. I'm going to insult them intermittently while exploring the various aspects of Star Trek that I think they're attracted to. But before that...
See, it's weird, like, I get it, and I get making fun of people, because I'm one of the biggest cocksuckers there is out there. Like, I'm a big asshole sometimes. I get it. Also, Steve, your fucking neck here, bro. I'm concerned about whatever this is. I mean, I can't even do that. Like, can you eat something? Where's your neck, bro? Like, bro, are you on that many drugs, Steve, that you don't have a fucking neck anymore? You know what? Let's play the video. Let's play the Steve video. Enjoy my... Now, Steve recently did a video where he was a lawyer. But I took it and did something different with it. So enjoy this really quickly here. If I can get it to play.
So, you know, Steve, it's great to have you here today. I understand that, you know, you want to do your own cosplay.
Oh, look at that.
You know, quite honestly, you know, you didn't even wear the right uniform today. But... you know, we'll let that slide for now, I suppose.
I'm a Starfleet officer, and I'm an attorney.
Well, I don't believe you, but it's good to have you here nonetheless. What the fuck was that? Tell me, so Steve, when you found out that you were in the minority of people that didn't really like Star Trek Picard Season 3, were you nervous about that?
I was so nervous.
Yeah, so I thought so. I thought you would be. Now, I had asked you previously if you were attracted to any of the women on Picard. You know, like Beverly, I kind of call her a gilf. You know, I think Gates is beautiful at her age. It's unbelievable, actually. And Troy, Marina Sirtis. But you said, yuck, you know, you don't like older women. And then I brought up even women in their 40s, and you said no.
Now, I'm making fun of him here because he was basically making, like, fucking weird jokes about, wow, I'm so glad that look at the old women on Picard or whatever. He said something somewhere about that. And I was like, you know, for somebody who says that he's a good left-wing person who loves people, it's a little weird that you then insult women, you know, who are a little bit older and whatever, and you literally insult older women. Like, you're supposed to be on the left-wing, liberal, good people who are nice and, like, whatever else, but you're insulting, like, the women on the Star Trek show for their age. And a couple of times he did it. And I was like, that's a fucking weird thing. So that's why I'm bringing this up here.
Yuck, you know, you don't like older women. And then I brought up even women in their 40s, and you said no. You know, at what age exactly are you looking for in a woman?
3 years.
Whoa, dude, that's not funny to joke about. Like, give me a real age of a woman you're looking for.
11.
Dude, you're this is weird. Let me ask you something, Steve. How many times have you had sex with a female?
I was the oldest and most experienced.
No, don't go back to that. That was disgusting. I don't care how older you were than anyone else. I don't even want to know the age of the people you've had sex with. Just how many times have you had sex with anybody?
Twice. One
That's
time.
fine, Steve. That's fine. Twice. That's the answer. I don't need any other information. That's just fine. What are you doing? You know what, Steve? Just get out of my office. Get out of my office. Yeah.
I've been very rude. Do you want anything?
No, just
From
get the fuck out of here.
Wall?
No, get out of here.
The magic cubbyhole that makes...
I said to get the hell out of my office, you stupid fuck!
I can't wait for the soundtrack for Picard Season 3. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, what's up, chat? Luke Rojas, how you doing? Okay, well, we had fun making, joking around Steve, but, should we talk about him a little bit more? A little bit more.
That exploration can get...
No, it's enough. I think we can move on now. We can move on. Very weird. Very weird video. Ghost from the Coast, how you doing, man? How you doing tonight, man? Shout out to Welsh, man. He eclipsed Ho Topics with the $100 donation. And DWELSH as well, man. Thank you, guys. Star Trek wilding out. It's amazing how Impact Wrestling and Anthem can pay talent to come and stay with their company, but can't get enough money to return to network television. Yeah. Well, I mean, all their money is going to paying the talent, SITH, right? I guess, because if they can't get back on TV, because then they would have no money for talent. And if they're not on TV, then at least they have the money for talent, I suppose. I guess. I don't even know how they're a company anymore. How are they a company? There's so much to whatever Impact Wrestling has done as far as their TV deals in the past, what they were going to do on Twitch, whatever Anthem Sports has financially. I have no idea how they are able to keep this show on the air. Where does the money come from? I have no idea. Like an invisible, weird rich wrestling god who just wants to keep multiple promotions in business? How do they have the funds to do this? I can't figure it out. Nobody can. Anyway, let's relive one of my favorite things from last night, because this shit was hilarious. While I grab myself this drink here, I can't even believe what Dork Knight did last night, but we have to see it, because Dork Knight was on another level last night. Again. This is fucking crazy. By the way, I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep on Wednesday night, because the East Coast doesn't get Picard Season 3 until 3 a.m. So episode 10, bro, I might not sleep. It sucks. But my whole work day is going to be fucked. But I can't miss it. I'm sorry. I can't. At this point, bro, it's must-see TV. And I can't be spoiled, and I don't want to, I need to see it right away. So I guess my Thursday is going to be fucked. There's nothing I can do about that.
Oh, we'll just keep Vince away from my
And
dog.
please, I swear to God, we're going to talk about the AEW brand split in a second. And I think Raw is going to suck tomorrow night.
And everybody was like, what the hell does that mean? And you're like,
that's what it was.
No, my hot daughter. My hot daughter.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I have one daughter looks like a linebacker. She took after
Oh my! Oh,
No, I'm
so
sorry.
she's the hot one.
No, she's not. And then I have
no,
another daughter.
she's not. He
That's,
said, no,
uh,
she's not. I'm
Yeah,
gonna die, Dork.
Dude, Dork Knight coming in hot, dude. Holy shit.
No shit, dude. I just tell it like it is, man. Shit.
I just tell it like it is. Hey, you know what? You stupid, you fucking ugly bitch, get out of the bathroom. I gotta take a shit.
NFL draft.
You'll
Be the hot one in here if anybody's coming in here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna pass out, bro. I love you, dork. Oh my God, bro, I'm gonna die. I almost fucking. Oh.
Okay. Well, no, I don't think I said like if all I said was keep Vince away from my daughter. There's nothing wrong with that because
No,
Vince
we're
is a
just
creep.
children.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just children.
You got Willie McGinnis for a daughter.
So, yeah, Joe, what's up, man? Fuck, dude. I know, like, this isn't a story.
I cannot believe that 2 weeks earlier he said his daughter was hot. And then 2 weeks later he comes on and says his other daughter is ugly. Like, dude, what the fuck kind of dad? Dork, you're so fucked. I love it.
Star Trek show, but oh my God, man, that last episode of
I know, bro.
Picard was so good.
I know, dude. Yeah, and you know that's why I don't mind me. At least I had content for this channel in a way. I had me crying. I mean, that's kind of funny. You know.
Nerdy?
And I think,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of people don't know. Like this, you know, my show is very like, you know, we fuck with each other, and it's a very Howard Stern-y type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
So, but like, there are some people that did come over and enjoy the Star Trek stuff. And dude,
I
let me
like
tell you
it
something.
more to Opie and Anthony. Fuck Howard Stern.
Yeah, don't you miss Opie and Anthony? And now they hate each other. Like, it's just so stupid.
Dude, we went through the shit that they went through that ended them before they did.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. We all went through the same thing here. We're still going.
I found my crying on the Picard review to be fucking delicious. Bro, when I started crying and I took that second and I got like, you got choked up or whatever, and I was like, dude, I found that to be fucking hilarious. I was dying inside laughing at myself. That moment when I choke up is really funny. Dude.
Well, I was saving this for a surprise someday, and
oh my God, bro.
Day, and I really thought.
What didn't I play piano music or something yesterday to that? Where's that clip? 'Cause that's funny.
You'll see monetize this.
Where is it? Where is it?
I am gonna.
Oh, here it is.
I just knew the story I would want to tell, and what I would want to do, and I knew what they would want to do. I would think, and you know, so in my head, I knew we were gonna see. I thought a holodeck.
Look at my eyes right there.
You know, I leave the holodeck with a hollow dick.
I love that song. Oh my God, bro! Look at my
Hold
face.
on a second. I gotta get something. I gotta get something. Hold on a minute. Oh my God.
It sounds like,
Where is
dude,
it?
the ghost from
You
the
gotta
coast in the chat goes, it sounds like someone entered you. What the fuck?
We gotta get something like.
Oh, Ghost, did you figure out the super chats and super thanks, Ghost? I don't know why you couldn't do it. Everybody else was super chatting and super thanksing and stuff, so like I don't know what happened, bro, but is it fixed for you now? I hope you figured it out, Ghost from the Coast. Sorry, man, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Here it is. This is good. Well, I was saving this for a surprise someday, and I really thought we would see the Enterprise bridge at some point. I believe we were gonna see it. Because I just knew the story I would want to tell and what I would want to do, and I knew what they would want to do, I would think. And you know, so in my head I knew we were gonna see, I thought a holodeck, you know, at the end of the series. I thought in episode 10, at the very end, they would walk out onto the holodeck.
Oh my God,
and they would look at the bridge of the Enterprise in some sort of commemorative ceremony or something. And it would be nice. And we'd probably be emotional, and it would be amazing. But what I did not expect, and I the first part, dude, is the funniest where I'm like, knew the story.
Look at those eyes.
And
the eyes.
That's the funniest part. That's the funniest part right there. Well, I was saving this for a surprise someday.
Oh my God, I've got to clip that. Hang on a second.
And I really thought.
I mean, bro, if it wasn't for my wife, if Leah got really excited, like, so she can't make fun of me, you know what I mean? If this were anything else, and you seen your husband, like, talking about a show like this, and he was, like, fucking crying, like, you're not getting laid for, like, months, you know what I mean? Like, you're not having sex for, like, months, but luckily she was super excited, too, and she was jumping around like a fucking schoolgirl. She was like, "Oh my God, let's go!" And she was like, she was like, "Best ship ever." She was like freaking out. So, we got Dork Knight here for a second. Dork, what's up, man? Good to have you on tonight. I can't believe you're back.
Hi, Joe. Yeah. Hey, listen, Joe. I actually have a third daughter. I wanted to talk about her because I'm marrying her next week.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Well, you know how I have a hot daughter and an ugly daughter? Well, my other daughter is 25 now, and I'm going to marry her because it's legal if you go to Pakistan.
Okay. No, Dork, I'm going to hang up on you, man. I'm just sorry. Sorry, man. We'll see you later, bro. That's weird. Sorry, man. I'm not gonna have anything to do with that. That's the ramifications of that one. I don't want to get into, to be honest. So that's on you. I don't want to know about that whatsoever. You do you, brother. You do you. SITH Negan in the chat says you should clip this and put the Love Boat theme in the background. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good idea. That'd be pretty good. Oh, Luke Rojas, I'm coming, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. That probably sounded erotic, but Luke, we can talk about whatever we want on this show tonight because it's Sunday night open forum. So you hit me with your best shot, Luke. We're going to welcome Luke to the show tonight. No filters. Well, I mean, we do have to be careful, but shout out to DWELSH who dropped $101 earlier. Casey is Raw dropped $2 super chat, and Hot Topics $100 super chat. And everybody last night who partied. I mean, we even had SITH Negan drop a $500 bomb last night on the show. Bro, we had a goal of $400, which I didn't think we would hit. I was just doing it for fuckery. And you guys blew that goal away like crazy. And just to make you feel all wholesome and happy, here's me and my son playing Roblox earlier. Took a couple of screenshots. And we had a lot of fun playing Roblox earlier. Except the game was friggin' terrifying. This friggin' game was terrifying, man. I don't know what the hell is up with this game, but it was freaky as hell. So I had a blast earlier with Finn, and then he went to bed because he got upset because his allergies were kicking in. And if you ever get a chance to play Doors on Roblox, don't do it because it was freaking terrifying. If you ever get a chance, don't play that game. Just a warning. Let me unmute. Luke, can you speak now?
Oh, I didn't even realize it was muted.
Oh, there we
So
go.
that's on your gaming channel?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't upload it anywhere. It was just me and him were playing together, and I happened to snap a couple of photos.
Were you really freaked out by that shit?
Bro, that game has jump scares up the ass, bro. There were some freaky jump scares in that shit.
There's a lot of good horror games. You ever played Outlast?
Yeah, but that's older, right?
Yeah, it's like where you go to this asylum and there's
Yeah.
a bunch of psychos.
Yeah.
That game freaked me out. Some of the recent Resident Evils have been really, really freaky. But yeah, I mean, last night was pretty crazy. I guess I just did not hear that fucking that nerdy thing or that Dork Knight thing. Saying that his daughter is a linebacker. Are you fucking?
You didn't hear that last night?
No, I called in like late. And
Oh my God.
I ended up leaving early because Jesse just was constantly steamrolling over everybody.
He was having one of his speed nights. You know, he has those nights. That's not new. There's been about, I would say that's the 20th time that he's done that, where it's like, I don't know what happens, man. It's like he gets amped up and he just steamrolls everybody. He goes crazy. Like
he's on a drug.
That's
like some sort of drug.
Lots of people always say that to me. They're like, he's on something or something, because he's normally like normal, but then there's these nights where he just bulldozes people. Like, I've gotten in fights with him before on Monetize This about it. I'm like, dude, you like, Jesus Christ, like, I don't know. It's like he can't control it. He just won't stop doing it. And then what happens,
and you almost don't want to call him out for it or get mad at him for it, because it's like, you know that he's just doing it because he's excited.
Yeah.
And it's also better than Jesse, who mutes his fucking, he calls up to Discord and then he'll be muted the entire time, and you're like, why the fuck aren't you talking? And then he talks, and you're like,
or it's like, I don't
stay muted.
I don't want him to get pissed off and then leave the shows and then never come back for like a month or something. You know, that happens a couple times before. So I don't know what to tell him. I mean, there was maybe twice where I literally hung up on him. I was like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. Either he goes or I go, and I'm the show. And I booted him.
Yeah. Well, I like, in the middle of talking, I was just like, Jesse, please just stop. And he's like, well, I'm trying. And I'm like, okay. And then I had to like take a pause because I was about to get into something and I could hear him winding up to cut me off. So I was just like, I'll wait. And then it was just like 30 seconds of silence, just waiting for my turn. Because, as soon as you're about to say something, boom, you get cut off. And then that's probably why I got so angry at Nerdy last night, because he was blaming me for that shit. I'm like, dude, I just joined on the stream. I barely even got to talk. And now you're saying that he was lumping me in with the shit that he was mad at Jesse for.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, they suck. They suck.
Yeah. Well, Nerdy was he was like in a bad mood last night. I think he felt bad too, because I think Nerdy was kind of doing.
He was trying to help the show. He was just trying to help the show, and he was there for it. And
shit bomb.
Yeah,
that's it.
He came off a little
Dork's
miserable.
daughter is linebacker. Garguts is wetbacker.
Yeah. Dork's daughter is a linebacker. I can't believe he fucking called his daughter a linebacker last night. Yeah.
Is he just? He's just not like. I think he might be the biggest phony I've ever seen. Like, he kind of presents himself as this like good person. Like, I would never let that man Vincent Kennedy McMahon near my daughter, as if like Vince is trying to like get to his daughter. But then he's so willing to like say his daughter's attractive, which is something that you could totally hear Vince saying, and then he's calling he's calling his other daughter a linebacker. I mean, this man, he presents himself as a good person, but he's just as fucked up as us. And that's probably why he loves calling into the show now. Like, he's found his type of people. He doesn't have to hide anymore. He can be with the scumbags.
I think that Jesse, my thing is, what is it that gets him going on that level? You know what I mean? What is it that makes him really like snap into that mode? But I think it's adrenaline and excitement, like you said. He might not be a drug. People always say he's on a drug. I think he's on a drug called fucking excitement.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also heard Nerdy go after Mustafa for this same thing that he was mad at Jesse for, and I don't know if I would agree with that. Mustafa usually, he does sometimes try to he takes over the show, but he does give you usually some time to make a counterpoint or say something back to him. Jesse last night was just like, I couldn't even finish like a joke.
Do a little
without him cutting me
basketball
off.
dance off the concrete.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Red Jester, how you doing?
Hi Joe. Roblox Stores is great. How far did you get? Also, I want CM Punk back in and they need him desperately.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I see people are bored by AEW. They really want CM Punk back, man. That's how bored they are. They want him back. I haven't gotten far in Roblox Doors. I have not gotten that far at all. But we're going to play some more and we'll see. Nerdy vs. Leah is the real-time battle. It could be Nerdy vs. Leah for the Monetize This Championship at some point for all we know.
Did he win the title?
Did what?
Or I'm sorry, did he win last night?
No, DWELSH won the crown last night, but Leah is the Monetize This champion, so she could take on Nerdy at some point, so.
I mean, I don't know why she would need to. I mean, Nerdy hasn't won any type of contendership to put him in a spot against Leah, you know?
I think
Leah
it's more like
hasn't
just their
defended
rivalry.
the title either.
Yeah, well, yeah, it hasn't come up yet, but I mean, I think it's just Leah's rivalry with Nerdy. It's one of those things where, like in wrestling, where like the opponent doesn't necessarily deserve a title shot, but he's getting one because he's in a rivalry with the person. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know he was in a rivalry with Leah. I think I've only heard her.
They've had countless fights over the years, like 5, 6, 7. No, fucking yes.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
All right, AJ Adams.
You trying to protect Dick Knight from me knowing he married his mother.
Oh. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Dick Knight married his mother. Dork Knight married his mother.
My mother, she was a great mother. We actually used to hang out all the time. You know, besides the fact that like her vagina smelled really bad.
Oh,
like,
come on.
So bad that I left her. Like, you know, I kind of abandoned her and she cried all the time. And
oh man. And this is why you've grown. This is why you hate women. This is why you've had 3 divorces.
Yeah, no, Joe. We shouldn't joke about stuff like that.
You're right. Yeah, we really shouldn't. We gotta, you know.
But my daughter's ugly as fucking shit, and my other daughter, she could be raped, and I would be proud.
I can't believe that he said that about his daughter. I still can't. Bro, he said his daughter was a linebacker. Like I could hear that a million times. It is.
Keep Vince away from my daughter, and everybody was like, "What the hell does that mean?" And you're like,
that's what it was.
No, my hot daughter.
He's like, "What was everybody making fun of me for?" I'm like, "Everybody was making fun of the fact that you said your daughter was hot. It was weird." So then he randomly offers up now something about his other daughter.
My hot daughter.
Okay, yeah.
The creepiest part about the first comment
he made. Looks like a linebacker. She took after
Brown dork.
Oh my
Don't call
god.
me daughter.
Don't call my daughter. He might
The
not be. He
creepiest
might
part
be
of his-
high right now, getting. Oh, there he is. He's good. I see him. I see you,
Oh.
dork.
There
you go.
What's up, baby?
I must. What the hell did I say about my daughter? And which one? Jesus. Like,
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
The attractive one.
Yeah, you were like randomly. It's just you were high. You know what I mean? You randomly offered up.
okay.
You were like, "Oh, well, just keep Vince away from my daughter," and everybody was like, "What the hell does that mean?" And you're like,
that's what it was.
No, my hot daughter. My hot
oh,
daughter.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I have one daughter looks like a linebacker. She took after.
Oh my! Oh,
No, I'm
so
sorry.
she's the hot one.
No, she's not. And then I have
No,
another
she's
daughter.
not. He
That's,
said no, she's not. I'm
Yeah,
gonna die, Dork.
Dude, Dork Knight coming in hot.
Like last week, he couldn't wait to tell everybody how hot his daughter was.
Yeah,
Now-
like, did you hear what? If you go back and listen to that clip, to the first one where he says his daughter's hot, there's something that he says like that kind of gets talked over, but he says something like where he's like, "Well, you haven't seen my daughter."
Yeah.
Very, and he
yes.
says it very suggestively.
It's weird.
Like,
and then here
I do think he touches his daughter. Like,
Oh my
there's
God.
something's going on because, like, and I'm sorry, but there's no way
my
you can tell
God.
me that this man isn't doing something weird if he's willing to say his other daughter is ugly, and he's like making like weird sexual comments about his first daughter. I don't know. I don't know. Something's going on
He's
there.
been divorced 3 times. I know that.
Yeah.
Take that with. I don't know what that means.
Someone's being touched. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? But yeah, I just thought it was, and then it became funny there because he was like really adamant. No, she's ugly. Like it's like.
Imagine what his daughter thinks too. Like if she ever hears him say that.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could send her the clip.
And his son's Instagram says busting. You know, just like a weird sexual context to everything in his family.
Yeah,
You know,
like the
only time we ever get to see his wife is when his wife is trying to blow him.
Oh, that's his new girl. It's like his new woman was there.
His fourth wife.
Well, listen, I got to, I got maybe a couple more minutes. I got to wrap it up, everybody, I think, because I do have to get up early in the morning for work, unfortunately.
That sucks.
We have a week like this every week. I'll quit it, but it was a crazy week. Yes,
at
Luke.
least you got since I think you announced the whole your channel got striked or whatever before WrestleMania. Everybody in the community has really stepped up and has just donated like crazy, especially guys like SITH NEGAN who gave me points last night. DWELSH, Ghost from the Coast, other guy. I'm sure I'm missing some names. I'm not the best, but
Todd Fair last night dropped $300.
Yeah, Todd Fair, Allison Tuckwab. Everybody's really just pitching in and supporting. Not me,
Well, you are supporting. You're bringing the content.
Above that.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
You're in
I'm
the
above
content.
that.
You don't need to drop anything. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't donate and you're not bringing content, we hate you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We're just joking. That's my contribution is being an asshole.
Me and you, by the way,
Joe doesn't have donators anymore.
Luke, me and you too. We need to do We need to do our Star Trek review on the Star Trek channel, dude. If you see my Star Trek channel, it's about to hit 1,000 subs.
I've been keeping up with it. I really like it. I like the stuff I love that video that you made. That Shaw actually retweeted.
All right,
it's pretty
right.
fucking funny.
Me and my daughter. Yeah, she didn't know what
your daughter's got some acting chops.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
She just that look she gives you when you're like.
She does.
She gives you this look as if like, oh my God.
I thought about bringing her because she loves that stuff. I was like, maybe I should bring you out to LA, but I don't want her to, turn into Corey Feldman's, whatever.
Trust me, don't let that happen.
Because I'm telling you, she's
she probably will create her own YouTube channel.
Right, dude. If they ever needed to cast like younger Max from Stranger Things, she looks like Max. Like,
oh my God, yes. Yes, oh, that's exactly what she looks like, bro.
It's so weird. She looks just like her. It's
well, bizarre. You know what though? Don't actually. You know what? I'm actually attracted to Max from Stranger Things because she's in my age range, so I'm allowed to. She's actually older than me, so don't have your daughter be a part of that because then it's just like this whole weird vibe and feeling, and I don't want to be another Dork Knight.
So something happens in Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I won't show what it is.
Smoke weed every day.
Serious stroke game.
Peaches, I love you.
I love you, Peaches. Hey, man.
Oh, and
thank you, Serious Stroke Game, for the 420. I really appreciate that. Serious Stroke Game. Real quick, I don't want to play what it is because it's kind of a spoiler if anybody ever watches it. But something happens in Star Trek and it upsets me. So here I'll play the part with me and my daughter at least because I think she's funny.
Oh my God, no!
Dad, why are you screaming?
Get out of here! Get out of here! I can't deal with it.
Dad's being insane again!
She loves that stuff. We do videos all the time, the two of us. It's weird.
She's definitely like, if any one of your kids were to take over your YouTube channel, it would definitely be her.
Yes, it would be 100%.
But it wouldn't even be about wrestling. Like at some point, like
Yeah.
there's just a drop off where you retire, and then all of a sudden it's just about like, oh, we're making videos about what is she like? Just like ponies and shit.
No, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't like. She liked My Little Pony years ago, like a long time ago.
Just her screaming.
No, she would do crazy, dude. Let me tell you something. She has an app on her phone that's like an editing video thing, and I watch her videos, and I'm like, holy Christ! Like it would be.
She's a better editor than you.
Yeah, it feels like it. I'm like, what are these kids using to edit? I mean, like, this is, what's funny is like we all went to school. Like I had to go to school for editing and all this film stuff and video and whatever. I went to school for communications actually, but you do all that stuff. And I was going to transfer to Emerson. So my idea was I'll go to school for a couple of years, get the associate's degree, and then transfer over to Emerson because I thought I could get in Emerson doing that. And then I ended up needing to work and I couldn't pay for school and stuff like that. So I was like, fuck, putting my mother in debt and stuff like that. So, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, you know what? I know you've got to wrap it up soon, but since we were on the topics of, Star Trek, which is a TV show, you also brought up Star Wars, which is a movie. I have seen some movies lately, and one of my favorite shows, Barry, is getting its 4th season. We just had the first 2 episodes drop. I'm excited to watch them.
Barry.
And then I also, it's about he's a low-rank hitman, basically, but he goes to LA for his next kill, and he ends up, through some funny circumstances, joining this acting class that's taught by, what's his name? The Fonz. What's his name?
Henry
Winkler.
Henry Winkler, yeah.
And it's very funny. It's very dark humor. It mixes humor and drama very well. And acting is really great. Bill Hader from SNL is on it. He's actually really, really incredible as, like, I never thought he had such good acting chops. But if anybody's interested in that, I hope you guys watch it. And then I watched John Wick 4 this afternoon, and it was pretty good. It's not as good as 3. 3 was just fucking balls to the wall crazy.
Oh. I'd heard that it was like the second best or the third best usually from most people, but everybody agrees it's better than 2.
2 isn't bad. It's just 2, I think, meanders a little bit. This has a really slow opening. It's kind of so slow that you do sort of not check out, but you kind of, I don't know, it takes a while for the movie to really pick up and like get you hooked. But once it gets you hooked with like that first really big action scene, it is just fucking, it's just, balls to the wall crazy as it goes on. And there's some really interesting fight scenes. Of course, that's to be expected from John Wick. And I don't know if they're planning on making. I'm not gonna spoil anything. And then I also saw Creed 3, which despite the fact that Rocky's not in the movie, I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I've heard Creed is pretty good, even though it doesn't have Rocky, and it's still pretty good. People are giving it like a 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10 type of thing.
Yeah, it's I think that people are going, oh, this movie's so predictable, blah blah blah. It's like, well, most Rocky movies are predictable. I'm sorry, I've never watched a Rocky movie after I think the first one where I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't believe the outcome of the fight, you know? Like, I think what's important about the Rocky movies is that it's about the characters when it comes down to it. You're interested in what they do in their day-to-day lives between the fighting almost as much as you're interested in the fights and training montages themselves. And I think that's Creed 3's strongest aspects are the character stuff. The fight, they kind of rush towards it near the end. Like the whole third act feels like they were just like on a time crunch. We're like, we just got to get to it. All right, no build up for the fight. Let's just go. Let's have the fight.
Yeah.
And I also like some of the creative stuff that they did in the fight. It's probably one of the most creative looking fight scenes in a Rocky movie. Not the best, but very creative.
Yeah, I'll probably eventually check it out when it's I'll eventually check it out, but it might not be for a bit. You know, I still don't think I'll see it for a while. I want to see that Renfield vampire shit.
Yeah, that was advertised so much by WWE.
It looks so stupid. Like, it looks so dumb, and most people do say it's dumb. So I think, you know, have a couple of shots and watch that. But again, I think I am going to wait for that to be out at home as well, although I thought about going to the theater to see it, but I have no time.
I'll stop babbling to you. I know you want to leave.
Yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to go to bed. But, man, thanks for stopping by for a few, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you.
Keep it hard, baby.
Goodbye, everybody.
Keep it hard for Picard on Thursday. I'm staying up all night.
Oh, you know it, bub.
All right. Don't call me Bub again. I'll kill you. No, I'm just kidding. I love Wolverine. Remember when Wolverine would call everybody that? You got to love Wolverine. All right, Bub. I'm going to... Remember when, what's-his-face called that guy Bub in what was it? The one with the guy, with the kids drinking, the comedy. What the fuck was it called? McLovin. Hey, you! It's you, McMuffin! That fucking dude. When that homeless guy calls him McMuffin, I fucking lost it in the theater, dude. I lost it. I think we were in the theater, and, I mean, I probably was super obnoxious. Other people laughed at that, but I was, like, really obnoxious. I don't know why, but I was already kind of lit from the movie. It was making me laugh. Like, the subtle jokes that they had in that movie that really is what got me. Like, when the homeless guy calls him McMuffin, that killed me. When they spilt the beer on the floor and the worker there just goes, fuck my life. Like, it's like the weirdest shit was killing me in that movie. It was so, like, the subtle little things. Superbad, thank you. The little subtle things in Superbad were killing me. The one point when the guy was making him I don't remember the kid's name, but making whatever Jonas something or whatever is, not Jonah Hill, the other kid. They were making him sing a song or something in that scene in the bedroom, and he's like, never gonna get it like that. And the guy's like, oh yeah, and he's like freaking out. I started laughing really hard at that, but not because that scene was funny, because I didn't really think, I don't necessarily think that scene was that funny, but I was laughing because I've been in that situation. You know what I mean? With like an unhinged drug addict crazy person who thinks you're somebody you're not or whatever, and you're just happy that they're not trying to kill you, you know? And that was making me think of all the people like that in real life, how that stuff happens, and just the idea that I've seen that situation before multiple times in different ways for different things and reasons, that was cracking me up. And I was laughing my fucking ass off because I don't know why, I was thinking of all that. So again, I was laughing. Dude, I was a nutcase in that theater. Like, I was nuts. Luke Rojas, you killed it all week, man. I love you, bro. Thank you for being here. You guys are all the best. Thank you for all the donations tonight. I did not expect to go 2 hours. I meant to be on for 20 to 30 minutes tonight. But obviously, you know, I really should not have been on this long. But, you know what I mean? When the donos come in popping, you know, daddy's got to deliver. You know what I mean? So, if you haven't watched Star Trek Picard on Paramount, now's the time to watch it. Binge watch episodes 1 to 9 right now, and episode 10 will drop on Thursday. If you've ever been a Star Trek fan, trust me, you need to watch these 10 episodes of the season 3 of Star Trek Picard. You got to do it. It's different than all the other terrible Star Trek that's been going on. Please check it out. I'll see you potentially tomorrow night for the Monday Night Raw review right here on the Joe Cronin Show. Follow me on Twitter at MetaWorldOnline, and become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And I'm out of here.
When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEW end, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.